Welcome to the Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast. I'm Lindsey.
And I'm Denah.
Thank you for joining us for our 4th episode. Woo!
I can't believe it's already number 4.
I know.
That's really weird.
That's when you know you're having fun, is when they're like, oh, it's already been 4? Anyway, on this podcast, we will be talking about true crime, paranormal, metaphysical, new age stuff, all while partaking in cannabis one way or another. And we have a shitload of energy for some reason that literally 10 seconds ago, we're like, and we're dead.
Yeah. No, I have lots of energy now all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's the energy. It's the vibe.
The vibe.
Okay. So, thank you to our whole 6 listeners that are out there. We appreciate each and every one of them. Of you.
One of them is you and one of them is me, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. So we have 4 listeners.
All 4 of you other people, we appreciate you as well.
And I'm pretty sure they work at my husband's job because...
Hi!
Hi, y'all! Thank you for showing up! Okay, so what are we smoking and why are we smoking? Who, what, when, where? So we are smoking Stardog from...
No, we're smoking the other one.
Oh, yeah, we are smoking the other one.
Sour cakes. Right? Sour cake?
Sour pound? Sour
pound
cake?
Sour cake? I
don't know. Crap. No, I forgot.
Oh,
We're going to say sour cake.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It works.
And it's from True Leaf. So, yeah. And I guess it's giving us a shitload of energy.
Yeah, it's working.
So, cool that. And why are we smoking? I'm smoking because last week was like a funk for me. I don't know what was going on with the planets or the stars, but Monday through Thursday, I just could not get my shit together. And then, Friday, I told Philip, I was like, you can tell how I'm feeling because the house will be totally clean if I'm good. If I'm not good, I will be still on the couch in my pajamas watching true crime.
Yeah. Oh, I could tell how you were feeling just from your face every time I FaceTimed you. And I was like, oh, she's in a funkalunk. Oh, and I was in a funkalunk, so that didn't help either.
Yeah. I literally called Denah and I was like, this is what my tarot cards say. What does it mean? And she's like, you're worried about the podcast. And I was like, ugh. Well, why are we not famous yet? Which is the least Lindsey thing for me to say because I'm not one of those people. But seriously, why are we not famous?
Because we're a hoot and a half.
Because we have 4 listeners plus us.
Yeah.
But we have a ton of exciting things to that we're planning on doing once we do start getting listeners. We are planning on doing a Patreon to try and get some money once I have time to set that up. Do you know what Patreon is?
It's on the internet.
Oh, okay.
That's about as much as I know about it.
Yeah. So we can get sponsors and you can donate some money to us so we can get actual mics instead of just using my laptop.
I can shout though.
Yeah, you can shout.
I can be really loud. I don't need a mic. When I was in high school, let me just tell you, okay? When I was in high school, I was in the school musical, and we had 3 microphones and 4 leads, and my choral director was like, that's fine. Denah doesn't need a mic. She has a voice like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is the worst thing to say to me because I have also a serious phobia of dinosaurs.
You did.
So
until she had a boy.
It was a really upsetting comment at the time. Now I'm fine. Because he chases me around the house like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So I had to get over that fear to be a mother.
But what is it called? Exposure therapy?
Yeah.
That's what you end up getting.
Because he got this mask one year. The one that when he opens his mouth it roars. And he would chase me around the house in it. And so now I have no choice but to not be afraid of dinosaurs. But at the time in high school I was. And I told my mom, I went home, and I was like, oh, my gosh. Can't believe he said that. That's so mean. And she was like, I think it's a compliment.
But, yeah, we're planning on doing Patreon or to try and get some money for equipment and stuff like that. We're thinking big. We're thinking about, subscription boxes. We're thinking about, merch. I know. Denah just got a face I did mention that once. And I'm like, I'm going for it. So we're hoping big things come from this podcast. And I think that's where a lot of my anxiety is coming from is because, I want that now. My Pisces is why don't we have this now? And I'm like, because we only have 4 listeners plus us.
And this is only the 4th episode.
And
see, my Libra is very like, dude, we're having a good time. Who cares about everything else?
Oh, no, I'm
great.
I'm totally having a blast. Like
I know, I just have none of my big 3 are like, let's make money. Which is actually a problem, because I could probably do better with some kind of make money something in my life.
Yeah, I'm definitely money drawn. Like, I'm like, can I sell some plasma? Can I, like, do some DoorDash?
I wish that I could be more like that, because I'm not. And it's, like, to the point where it's like, ooh, you should probably, I don't know, start saving something somewhere. And it's like, no, what? It's fun.
But at the same time, like, you're the one who helps me chill out. You're like, hey, let's go to the river. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, because I know also all the things to do that are free. And fun, because I'm so used to not having any money ever. And I'm not going to go hustle and get it. I'll just go to the river and have fun for free.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, you don't drink, which is, like, the majority of my money is alcohol.
Oh, yeah, no.
So.
I spend the majority of my money on weed now.
Yeah.
Well, and, like, you know, my mortgage, which is super unfun and mundane. That's where most of my money goes, is bills.
I'm trying to remember, like, from the last podcast. Give me a second. What did you buy from Walmart?
Oh, I bought a lot of stuff at Walmart the other day because Patrick, my kid, wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't. That's what we were talking about in the last podcast, and it was like hilarious. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna fucking edit that out.
Okay.
Anyway, so Dina,
what
you got some information? You have some witchy shit to tell us?
I do. So this episode gets released on July 3rd. At the ass crack of dawn. As a matter of fact, really before the ass crack. Some would say the thigh. If you go in there.
I've never heard of that term.
You never heard the ass crack of dawn?
I've heard
the crack of dawn.
I've heard the ass crack.
Well, it's getting released before dawn though. So it's like the thigh of dawn. It's before the ass crack.
So does it start at your feet and go up? Like
I guess, yeah, midnight is the feet and then it goes up and then there's the ass crack of dawn. Okay, this is too far.
I know, I'm super confused.
I mean, it's July 3rd right now. And for those of you who celebrate, I'm not going to say everyone because I don't. But happy July 4th for anyone who does celebrate.
Woo!
Hey, America. Enjoy.
America!
Y'all enjoy that. It's okay.
As an American, you say that.
Yeah.
As a Texan, I feel like Texans are the most
Texans
American.
have their own Texan Independence Day. What? We have our own day. Fuck that.
Well, I was like, I feel like Texan is like the most American you can get.
No.
Texas is the most.
Texas is its own thing.
Okay.
Like, someone from Texas will, if you're in like Italy, and you say, "Oh, where are you from?" Someone from Texas will say Texas, not the U.S. They will say Texas.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." They're not going to say, "I'm from America," or "I'm from the States." No, they're going to say they're from Texas.
I remember I actually used Texas as a point of, like, explaining how big America was.
Yeah.
Because they were, like, from Africa or something. It was, like, a business meeting. And they were like, oh, what part of, like, how big is America? And I was like, well, Texas is our biggest state, and it takes a 2-day drive to get across it.
Yeah.
Like, 2 full days.
One of the 50.
Yeah, and it's one of many.
But yeah, no. Texans will be super offended if you say that they're American before they're Texan, because they're definitely Texan first.
My bad.
Texan, I have gotten so many emails throughout my life of people forwarding me those things to go online and sign my name for Texas to secede from the nation and become its own country again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten at least 50 of those in my life.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, oh yeah. They go around all the time. Like, Texas shouldn't be part of America. We're our own thing, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, I'm not signing this because I don't even live there, y'all. But okay.
I'd be still in the United States if Texas left.
Yeah, I'm still screwed, so I don't want to hear about it.
I remember I watched, like, an End of the World show. I think it was, like, Jericho. And I remember, like, the United States was split in half, but Texas was its own thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously, the screenwriter or producer of that show was from Texas.
Probably so.
He knew.
Probably so. Look, like, in Texas, we have whole years in school where your only, like, social studies is Texas.
We do that in Florida, too.
Okay, good.
4th grade.
Because we had 2.
Oh, you had 2.
4th and 8th. And I think you could take it as an elective again when you were in high school.
My elective
More
is Texas
history. Yeah. Just in case you didn't get enough the first time. Like, every single child in Texas knows everything about Texas.
Got it.
I know the state dish is chili.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's chili.
I was going to say, like, tacos maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, no. Chili. Anywho, I'm back to what I was talking about, which is not Texas or the 4th of July, because neither of those things are as important as the moon.
Of course, the moon.
Everyone's favorite girl. She is full today, right now, as you're listening to this, if you're listening to it today, on July 3rd. If you're not, then disregard.
I have to remember to post this podcast and then put some salt out.
Yep.
For the protection spell that we learned last week. I think last week. It might have been 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. Anyway.
It was last week. You're good.
Okay, cool.
All right. So this one is also big fun. A supermoon. So it's going to appear closer than normal because of something. I don't know. That's like science stuff.
It's closer to the Earth.
I don't know. I don't know if it is actually closer or if there's some sort of weird magnifying thing going on in the atmosphere. I think I read somewhere once.
I think I read just the other day that because I was looking at when the full moon was so I could do the little salt thing. And it said it's supermoon and it's because it's closer to the Earth.
Oh, cool. Well, good. Good for her. And she is in Capricorn, which is super boss.
Okay.
About, like, get your money.
Nice. That's exactly... Yeah. Wait. That either is going to be a good thing for me or a bad thing. It's going to make me more antsy, or it's going to be like...
Well, if you did your new moon work, then you should be good to go.
So if I do my homework, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
I'll do like a money plate or something.
Oh, yeah. So, and this one is called, this full moon tonight is the blessing moon or the buck moon. Now, I would think that the buck moon would be in October because I've lived with a hunter. And when I think buck, I think fall and October. Because that's when hunting season starts. But the reason they're calling this moon, whoever back in the day named it the buck moon, is because this is when the deer shed their antlers.
Oh, okay.
And the new ones grow.
Got it.
And so what this moon is kind of getting us to do, similarly to our new moon that we just had, is it's saying like, hey, if it's not serving you, get it the fuck up out of here and let's fucking sparkle.
Got it.
Like, if it's not for you, get gone. I know. I know. It's a vibe. But yeah, so... And then I've got here a quote from Diana Rachel, Rachel. I'm not sure that I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's okay. She says, often new growth happens because of a prior loss. Like when you lose your teeth, or when deer lose their antlers, or when you need to get rid of something that's holding you back so that you can grow more.
Got it.
So that's what we're doing today. Because we are going to just step into our flourishing energy of the the full moon. And it's out with the old and in with the new. So you've got some stones here that can be helpful for whatever kind of spell work you're trying to do, or just to have on you for a couple days to try to kind of
put on
channel some of this full moon energy. You can use pyrite or fool's gold for manifestation. It's good for money.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yep. Jasper, if you're looking for like a purpose, maybe. Like if maybe you're like, okay, I've gotten rid of some things that no longer serve me, but now I need to know what I need to step into. Get you some jasper. And then smoky quartz, which I think is good to have in every room all the time. Always. Because it absorbs negative energy, and that can kind of help you see what's suddenly not negative, and that's the stuff that needed to go.
So what's the difference between smoky quartz and like all the other quartz, like rose quartz or like regular quartz and stuff like that?
So it's all the same, but they're different colors. Okay.
So like more like a gray color, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's got it kind of looks like it's smoky inside. Yeah, I don't have one with me. Actually, I probably do, but it's way deep in my purse, I think.
Oh, okay.
I might. I don't know. I'll show you after.
Okay.
But yeah.
We'll post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, not Facebook,
Smoky
Instagram.
quartz.
That's what we have our stuff. Instagram, not Facebook.
So some other things that you can do for the full moon to kind of like connect with the energy is you can just take a moon bath, which is just going out in your yard and looking up at her and being like, "You're so pretty," and she will say, "You're so pretty," too, to you. Naked or not, do what you want. I live somewhere where I can go totally buck naked throughout the woods, whenever I want to, if I don't mind the ticks. But I understand that other people don't. Mm-hmm. So, put your clothes on. Or you can just look at it out the window. You could just sit out there and meditate with the moon, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You could do your spell work outside under the moon if you're trying to really harness the energy for spell work. Mm-hmm. And things like that. And then dancing is always good.
But not the rain dance.
Oh, yeah, no, we're done with rain here.
It's thundering right now in the background. We've been getting rain for 7 days straight.
It literally has been 7 days straight.
So if you are local and you've done the rain dance, please stop. We don't need it anymore.
And also, now that we're entering hurricane season, no one bless the rains in Africa, okay? Because those storms come right over here and really mess it up. And we're not playing that game right now.
Do it later in December.
So, the moon is a symbol of the goddess, obviously, and the full moon is a time of worship and appreciation. And it's a good time to take 5 minutes to address whatever issues are important in your life that month. So, with our new moon, we were kind of getting ready to get to this energetic peak of the full moon. Mm-hmm. And now we're here, and hopefully we're rested, and we're in our own space, and in our own... What's the word I'm looking for there? For consciousness? We're conscious? We're aware of ourselves?
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I got words totally are not off right there. I'm a little too stoned. Hold on. Let me see. We're at the full moon, and we're in our consciousness. We're aware of what issues are going on this month, and this is our time to start really attacking them head on. Mm-hmm. It's time to flourish. And shimmer like the moon.
Got it.
Yay! I made it all the way through all the things.
Yay! That's good.
I know.
That's really good information.
Thank you.
I'm probably going to go to the beach.
That's a really good idea.
Because 4th of July, we have off.
We do?
I'm pretty sure we do.
Of course we do. It's the 4th of July. I never even thought about that. Oh my gosh. So we're off work tomorrow.
Yeah. So we can totally... party.
You gonna be able to get on the beach tonight, though? You better go.
Yeah, because I don't think people go to the beach. They're not allowed to stay on the beach. So, tomorrow will be the issue.
That was never a problem for me. I could find somewhere to stay.
Yeah, I know. I know drunk.
Well, you're married.
Yeah.
But I was not married.
But no. I mean, tonight will be fine. Because people aren't out there yet. They're not allowed to stay out there yet.
Oh, they're out there.
They're
not out on the water.
Yeah, they don't have kids.
They're at the bar.
Yeah, they're at the bar. So we might go to the beach and go check out the supermoon. That'll be awesome. Super great. Sweet and intentions and all the shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to skip a little bit of my notes.
Gasp.
I know.
I'm going to light this.
So, Dina.
Yes.
Where do you stand with believing in aliens?
I think it is arrogant to not believe in aliens.
You're going to think I'm arrogant then.
Yep. I do. I think it's very self-centered to be we're the only intelligent beings in the whole universe. It's okay. We're not even that intelligent, y'all. Come on.
Well, I mean, I don't believe that the aliens aren't out there. I just feel like we are so far from a livable planet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not chilling with us.
I don't believe that every alien story is an alien story.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's something out there, whether or not they've actually tried to contact us, and whether or not the powers that be would let us know that they contacted us. Because we can't handle a lot of information, clearly. Remember what happened with COVID, and people were like, it's a lie! And it's so... And there was so much false information going around. And so I feel like the government, even if they were contacted by aliens, would be let's just not go there.
Isn't that what they're doing with Area 51?
Yeah, I feel like that they're just you know what? You guys are going to freak the fuck out, and I can't deal with that. Choose your battles. As a parent, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, as a spouse, I get that.
Yeah, I don't want to have that argument with you.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm just not going to talk to you about that.
You can't handle this, so we're just going to put this on the shelf.
So that's what I feel about aliens. Is that they may have contacted us. I'm not sure if they have or not. But even if they did, I don't think anyone would let us know. Because I wouldn't let us know.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not much of a believer of aliens, but I do believe in UFOs, as in, like, unidentified flying objects. So the reason why I believe in, like, UFOs as in unidentified flying objects is because we're surrounded by military bases.
Yeah.
I could count, like, 10 bases within an hour drive of me. So, and I was born and raised here, so, like,
And a lot of them are for, even if they're, like, the Navy base here is for flying.
Yeah.
It's not for, like, ships. They're not here learning how to be on the ship. They're learning how to be on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah,
they're flying planes around.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a shitload of planes and jets and all the shit in the air. So, like, when I see something, I think, oh, that's just a jet. That's just, even if it's, like, a weird-looking one, I'm just like, oh, it's just something that I don't know because I'm not in the military. So, but my husband, Philip, who I've already talked about on this podcast, he is totally sold on the idea of aliens coming to Earth, hook, line, and sinker. Like, he is sold. And he told me a story about when he was a teenager. He was on the beach. And I believe this was during the day because there was a volleyball match going on. And him and his friend Kenny saw this thing in the sky. And it sped right, then left, and then up. And then it disappeared. And he says that, like, everyone on the beach saw it. So it wasn't like a hallucination or, you know, or anything like that. But it was, like, also flying too fast to be anything the military could make. So that's one of the reasons
that they've told us about. Again, I don't think they tell us a lot.
Yeah. So that's the reason he always tells me, like, whenever we get into the debate about aliens, that's, like, why he tells me he believes in aliens. So, but also I haven't really had an experience with aliens. So that's why I probably lean more towards the skeptical side of
or maybe
the
you've had
alien.
lots of experiences with aliens and you've always written them off as military.
That, or they brainwashed
They have
me.
probably been trying to pick your ass up for like 20 years. And you're just like, it's a jet. Fuck it, I'm going inside. And they're like, damn it! Lure her into the yard. Get her looking up so that we can suck her into the beam.
Well, obviously, with the supermoon, they'll be able to do that because I'll be outside.
They're going to get your ass.
They're going to get my ass.
Watch it.
So if I disappear,
we know what happened.
We know what happens. So, Dina, have you heard about the Gulf Breeze UFO sighting of 1987?
I have heard of UFO sightings in Gulf Breeze, but I don't know of this one specifically, no.
Well, this is like a bunch of them all in like a short span. So, and it's also pretty famous because not only was like the local news, like the Pensacola News Journal or the Gulf Breeze Sentinel followed this story. It's also kind of, what's the word I'm trying to think?
Nationwide?
Well, yeah, it's nationwide. Oh, fuck. It's, I want to say sponsored, but that's not the word. It's
syndicated?
Not indicated. It's, talked about. We'll just use the easy English word right now. So it's talked about on the History Channel's UFO Hunters. They did an episode on it, season 3, episode 4, and then they did another episode called Alien Spacecraft Sighted in Florida, and that one's in season 2. Oprah, fucking Oprah, invited Ed Walters, who is the main character of the story today, onto her show, and this event has even been mentioned on the X-Files from like 1993. It's called Fallen Angel.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, like Oprah.
Oprah.
I mean,
It's Oprah.
You can't go any higher than that.
Yeah. What were her giveaways on that show, I wonder?
I wasn't able.
You get a flying saucer. You get a flying saucer. There's flying saucers under everyone's seats right now.
Well, it's the older Oprah, so it might be before she started giving giveaways.
Oh. 87? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't remember. I'm
going to Google it.
I'll
let y'all know.
I was like 1, so I don't remember.
I was not alive.
Yeah, you were not alive. So, also there's been multiple YouTubers that have investigated the area to see if they can find evidence of aliens. This includes...
You can in Gulf Breeze, I tell you what. Them people are weird.
Really? I always thought, like, Gulf Breeze people were pretty cool.
They're pretty cool, but they're also really weird.
But also, I've never actually met anyone.
Like aliens.
Like aliens.
It's just a whole community of aliens pretending to be humans. And it all makes so much more sense now.
And all the people
will agree.
in Gulf Breeze is rioting right now against us. We lost our 4 followers now.
No, the Breezers will agree.
Okay.
They will. They'll be like, yeah, that's fair.
So, one of the main YouTubers that I followed to get the story was Holden Hardman again. He does, like, a lot of local things. So when I'm, like, looking up local people, I always find him.
That name sounds so familiar.
You might know him. Like, Philip knows him, like, is, like, 2 degrees away from him. But he did, like, a deeper dive than I ever could, so please check him out. So, to the story. So this all started when Ed Walters claimed he shot multiple photos from his yard on November 11th, 1987, of aliens.
Oh my gosh.
And Ed Walters didn't just see the ships, he says. They burned his grass and shot a beam of unearthly blue light that once froze his legs to the ground and another time missed his wife by inches while he captured the encounter on film. And Ed and Frances, his wife, I guess, Walters, continue to take dozens of photos and a 1-minute, 38-second video that, and basically this was shot in a 6-month span.
Okay.
And these were shot at his home and then another Gulf Breeze suburb away from their neighborhood. He reported hearing in his mind both the instructions of the aliens and discussions from Earthlings he believed were held aboard the ship. So,
what?
I guess Gulf Breezers. He saw an alien standing outside his window and by his bed that I'm like, that's a little bit too close.
Yeah, see, because I don't know what the fuck to do about an alien. A ghost, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But like an alien...
You can't throw salt at an alien.
Yeah.
Maybe you can. Maybe they're like slugs.
I mean, I could definitely chunk some big-ass fucking crystals at that motherfucker. It would hurt.
But, like, I'm pretty sure if I had an alien by my bed, I would not be able to be like, oh, I don't believe in aliens anymore. Like, I fucking believe that.
I don't know. I might be like, are you going to take me away from here?
Yeah.
Like, is that what we're doing? I might be a little flirty.
Oh, my God.
I might be like, hey.
That's a really shiny head you have right
Yeah.
That's a beautiful shade of green.
Are you going to get me up out of here like a white knight? What? And then they'll be like, no, we're actually going to bring you right back. I'll be like, fuck it, I don't want to go.
Your eyes are so big and black.
Yeah, I don't even want to go if they're
I see my reflection in it, which would be so the thing you would say. I see my reflection in your eyes. Yeah. It's just so beautiful. I'm so beautiful.
You know that's great, me.
Me, I'm so great. Okay. But also there was a 90-minute stretch of which he can't account for. And he said he ended up waking up face down on the beach with sand in his mouth. And he believes...
Sorry. That's just funny because he's from Gulf Breeze. I feel like that happens to a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Face down on the beach.
Pensacola Beach.
Yeah.
A lot of drunk people.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Maybe he just drank too much.
Yeah.
But he believes he was a victim of alien abduction. But here's the thing. He was not drunk because 5 other people saw the abduction.
Oh, shit.
So.
And they brought him back. See, I'd be mad, too. I'd go complain to Oprah.
After only 90 minutes, too. Like that.
I'm trying to go, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on. You see what it's like down there?
Yeah.
Let me come with you.
Yes. So when Ed saw them... Oh, yeah. Yeah, the aliens. Them. So when Ed saw them in Gulf Breeze suburb, away from their home, away from... Oh, my gosh. I did this bad. Let me try that again. So when Ed saw the aliens in Gulf Breeze, which was away from his house, he said that the craft had 5 aliens disembarked on the road. Then they came to his window and communicated with him in English and Spanish, because we're in Florida. That's
so considerate of them to learn the local language before they come.
They did.
And try to, like, steal people.
Yeah.
Like, at least they're not just going in there shouting at them at some other language. That'd be scarier.
Yeah, like...
That's really considerate. I like these aliens.
Yeah, so they did it through telepath.
Okay. So even better. I don't even have to breathe.
Yeah, exactly. And then they presented him. This is fucking hilarious. They presented him with a book showing pictures of dogs.
Oh, that's cute.
So like,
so they were just here for dogs? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
All of the alien things make so much more sense now. They have no interest in us. But they're like, look at those adorable babies. We need some of them.
Yeah.
How the fuck do we get some of them? And that's the only reason they're talking to this guy. I love it. Okay, keep going.
But like in my head, I'm thinking like, it's like one of those cardboard books.
Yeah.
That they give like to toddlers. And they're like, do you have one of these?
What is this?
Like they think we're so stupid that like, don't even give us like a book about books, like of dogs. Like it's a book with like pictures of dogs. Probably has like the little fur, the little peekaboo thing with like the finger. It's like, where's the doggy? Here's the doggy.
I love that.
So
They're so cute. I love these aliens.
So when I read this, I was like, that's what they were doing. They were just like, we just want the dogs.
Can't have my dog go.
I wonder if he had a dog. There's nowhere in the notes if he had a dog. I know this now.
I feel like now that's the only reason they were here.
Yes.
And that's why he got ass up on the sand.
Oh my gosh. Leave the humans, take the dogs. That's how they were like. That was in their memo report.
Yeah. Hey, I get it. I agree with those aliens. If I was an alien, that's what I would do. Maybe kittens, too.
I'm all for the kittens.
Yeah.
All for the kittens. Oh my gosh. I was telling Dina today that there was a kitten in my backyard and I have to sell it. And so I wish this was a video so I could show you exactly what it did. But it would meow and then its ears would move every time. So it'd be like meow, meow, meow. And it would be like its ears would like kind of like tuck in every time it meowed. And it was so cute, but it ran away from me because it didn't want me. And I'm very sad about it.
Such rejection.
I know. I was rejected by a kitten. I wanted to give it.
I
wanted all
plenty.
the cuddles. I know, but they're all like taken. And oh, look.
Her cat just jumped on her back like, hey, excuse, you're good. You have a cat. You're fine.
Kuro is super jealous.
Don't even worry about it. I got you covered.
No, what happened was he was like, you're speaking my language. Yeah. Are you going to give me food? He did, Kuro.
He's so handsome.
He's a sexy little kitty. I always call him like, he's like such a sexy little beast.
I know, I always call Jimmy handsome. Mm-hmm. He's just so regal to me because he conveys so much emotion with his one little eye.
He's a pirate.
He just cracks me up with how he can look at me and like dress me the fuck down. Like I am the lowest scum of the earth. Like he's judging me so hard. And I'm like, you have one eye and I feed you. So how about you lose the two?
Well, he's judging you because you're probably in the kitchen and he's like, why is there not food
no. We'll just be sitting on the front porch and he'll look at me like, I can't believe that you're in charge here.
I'm actually surprised that Kuro's not looking at me with his judgy eyes. He normally does. So back to the aliens.
Who only want dogs.
Who only want the puppies.
Same.
So, in all, in all, Ed reported 20 UFO sightings between November 11th, 1987 and May 21st, 1988 in Gulf Breeze.
Oh my God.
So, the skeptics, like moi. So, if you could guess, there was tons of skeptics out there trying to discredit Ed. Shocker. One of these people is Craig Mayers, who was the lead reporter on the story for the Pensacola News Journal at the time. Craig says that Ed was known as a prankster and that the photos were faked, which this is possible with a technique called double exposure. That actually isn't like really a new thing. Like they use this in Victorian time, I believe, too.
Yeah.
To like kind of, what's it called? Spirit pictures, spirit portraits, something.
Yeah.
Where like it looked like there was like a ghost standing behind you. So, but the way he was saying that Ed did it was he had a Polaroid picture, or a Polaroid camera, and he prevented the picture from spitting the photo out. And then he took another picture of the background. So what Ed would have had to do was take a picture of the fake UFO model he made and then prevent his camera from spitting out the photo, then take a picture of landscape in his yard or whatever. And that seems like a lot of effort for me. But, you know, cleaning dishes sounds like a lot of effort to me sometimes, too. So I feel like I'm not really a good judge on what people are willing to do to get in the news or whatever.
I know, like that lady who's that one lady who, like, drove across the country to kill somebody and wore a diaper? She was, like, an astronaut. Oh, she is an alien. She's an alien.
Yep.
Hot damn.
She wasn't
actually, the case, y'all.
She wasn't actually going to kill someone. She was going to go look for the puppy that the person owned.
Yeah, probably so. But, like, for me, that's a really extreme level of commitment.
That's a big... Because, like, it's...
And you driving? Like, I don't like to drive. So...
Oh, we're still talking about the diaper lady.
Yeah, the diaper lady.
I'm still like, aliens?
Yeah, well, aliens, too. But, yeah, like, with this guy and the commitment.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So, another skeptic in... let me try that again. So, another skeptic is the homeowner that bought the house that Ed lived in during these sightings.
Ooh.
So, Ed moved out of his home in 1990. And when the new homeowner was doing some remodeling, he found a model of a flying saucer that resembles the flying saucer that Ed took pictures of during all these sightings.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, because, you know, if 5 aliens stopped in the middle of the road in Gulf Breeze, that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but I actually, while I was investigating this, I actually went to his house, and because you can find this information on the internet that is really bad, because I literally went to, like, his 1990 home. And I was like, this is it. This is totally it. So I went to his home, and then I actually went to the place where he saw the 5 aliens.
In the road.
Yeah. And on all the YouTube videos that I watched, there's a swirl on the road where
it happened.
Where it happened.
Yeah.
And so I got in my car, I went there, but the spiral's gone now. So I think the homeowners
painted over it.
Probably were like, stop it, please.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's a pretty busy road. Like, I had to go over the spot where it was supposed to be, the spiral. And, like, I had to go over it, like, 4 times because, like, I had to go so fast because someone was fucking following me.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, I did this Sunday around 2 o'clock. So,
That still shouldn't be that busy.
But, like, if Ed was driving at, like, 9, 10...
Yeah.
You know, when aliens are out at night, like ghosts...
Yeah.
They're nocturnal.
Are aliens nocturnal? Wait. What if they come from... that's too big of a question. I can't get into it.
I probably can't answer it anyway.
My brain will melt. We're not going to go there.
But, yeah. So maybe at night it's not so busy. But, yeah. Someone would definitely notice, other than Ed, that
5 aliens had just popped up in the road.
Yep, exactly. So I have to kind of go to what's the word? I have to stick up. That's the word. I have to stick up to Ed about those pictures.
Yeah.
Because you can actually go to the UFO mini golf on Pensacola Beach to see this model. It's up there. And it looks kind of like, I mean, it looks similar. So, like, if you just glance at it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's the model. But when you do it, like, side to side, it's not the same. So, here we go.
Oh, she's going to show me.
I'm going to show, and then I'm going to post these too.
No, y'all don't get to see, just me.
On Instagram. So, that's the model.
Okay. That looks like that house that they built out there.
Oh, yeah, we have an alien house, a UFO house. Actually, there's 2. Because one of the YouTubers stayed in one of the other ones, and it was like inside. It was like kind of like Star Wars and everything.
Oh, I want to do that.
It looks cool, but I'm at the same time I'm like, Maybe.
Once our listeners get us rich and famous, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, maybe we'll go stay at the UFO house for a weekend.
And we'll do a video.
We'll record a podcast in it about more aliens, because there's more. There's probably at least 5.
Yeah, and then this is the thing. So, on the bottom, there's, like, an extra layer, an extra level, extra story to it.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Yeah.
But it's also really blurry because it's a 1987 Polaroid picture.
Yeah, that's true. And taken through a window.
Yeah. So...
Although, I don't know. Whatever.
But, so I'm thinking that maybe...
I want to know the 5 other people who saw his abduction.
No information.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a brief little snippet. So, So, of course, Ed claims that the government organization planted the model into his old home for the new homeowner to find. Because that's,
oh my god,
that's what you do.
See, but like I say, though, the government's not going to tell us shit. So I'm not saying they did, but I'm not saying they didn't neither.
I feel like that's a little bit too much effort. I feel like that's
again
a double exposure. I feel like that's a double exposure Polaroid picture photo effort.
Yeah.
I feel like the government doesn't have time to like plant evidence. I
don't know. They got time for a whole lot of bullshit apparently.
Maybe.
A whole lot of bullshit apparently.
But here's a side note. Ed took a polygraph test, and the test showed that Ed was telling the truth to the best of his ability. Mm. So I feel like that holds a little bit of credibility.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who do not pass this polygraph.
Yeah.
He needs to go to Murray. This is not your alien.
Yeah. I want to take a polygraph test.
I'm sure there's somewhere you can do it.
I don't know what they would ask me. I don't have anything exciting that I'm keeping secret.
I don't know.
I just want to see.
I'm sure they do. They do it for FBI agents and stuff like that. So, or at least according to Quantico, the show, that is super credible.
You gotta like murder somebody to get a polygraph?
No, I'm pretty sure you can get a polygraph.
Just go and be like, hey, can you just ask me some weird questions?
Yeah, I just want to know.
I just want to see what this is all about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They would probably be like, that's the weirdest shit we've ever heard, lady. Get out.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not. I feel like it's no unusual than like someone being like,
what's getting tased feel like?
Exactly. That's why I feel like I would not want to be tased, but I'd be totally willing to take a polygraph test. Yeah. So there are also people who do believe Ed about his aliens.
Does his wife believe him?
I believe so, because it mentioned her earlier.
Well, then it's probably...
Yeah, she almost got abducted.
Yeah.
The little blue light almost got her. She was outside during the supermoon. And
dancing naked.
Taking a moon bath.
Yeah, that is a thing, though, for real. So y'all watch out for aliens if you're out there under that supermoon.
So, UFO researcher and... What the fuck is that word? My own notes.
Physicist.
So, UFO researcher and physicist Bruce Maccabee.
Maybe?
We'll go with it. Bruce Maccabee, who has written numerous research papers and technical papers on the UFO. This pisses me off when I can't say words. UFO researcher and physicist Bruce Maccabee, who has written numerous research papers and technical papers on the Gulf Breeze sightings, believes in him. So, Good job, Bruce. Not Banner. And then according to UFOcasebook.com, an estimated 200 plus others came forward with sightings, videos, and other photographs during a 3-year period around this time. And these sightings were done by like politicians, city council members, doctors, a chemical engineer, an Air Force pilot. So like a lot of credible people are saying that they saw these flying saucers. So yet again, I feel like that holds some credibility. But the one who got me the most, not really, I'm just kidding. My mom.
Your mama?
My mom saw a UFO as an unidentified flying object. Mm-hmm. She was very specific on that one.
Yeah, of course.
During this time, when my dad and her were driving over the 3 Mile Bridge, they were heading towards Pensacola for my uncle's rehearsal dinner for his wedding. And she saw something in the air, and she said it didn't look like any plane that she's ever seen. But she's like me, or I guess I'm like her. And she kind of chucks it to it was something around the military base, and they were just flying something new and exciting. So, present day, Ed has changed his name.
What?
Yes, he changed his name, which makes it practically impossible to find him.
They put him in witness protection?
Maybe.
Hot
or
man.
maybe he just got tired of the skeptics. Because I would get tired. Well, one, his fucking old address, that's probably why he moved, actually.
I would move.
In 1990, he was like, I'm tired of y'all taking pictures of my house.
Yeah.
And
he probably also painted the squirrel on the road, though, like a weirdo.
Maybe. He's like...
He goes back every Thursday and repaints it.
Maybe. I should check it Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have that much time. But he did publish a book, The Gulf Breeze Sightings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hear more about his side of the story, you can find it there. Sadly, I didn't have the time. Sadly, I was in a time crunch on this podcast, so I didn't have time to buy the book and have it delivered in time for me to do all the notes for the podcast, read it, and all that stuff. But it's out there, so you check it out yourself.
I have a video of aliens at my house. I'm pretty sure. It's either that or they were searching the river for a body, which is also a thing that happens sometimes.
If we're going for paranormal, I'm going to lean towards fairies because it twinkles.
It was weird, man.
It was interesting.
We'll post that on the gram, too.
We will post that on the gram.
On the gram.
So, Ed wrote his book because he said that all the articles that were published were getting the facts wrong. So he was like, here is my story.
Good for him. And then he changed his name. He was like, don't talk to me about it again.
Yeah, but don't come...
I already said what I need to say and I'm done. Good day.
Don't come here.
Literally wrote the book on it.
So if you're interested in trying to find some UFOs for yourself, people are still gathering at night at Shoreline Park in Gulf Breeze, where they sometimes see orbs in the sky. So there might be something there still.
Is it drawn to all the lighthouse keepers?
It might be drawn to
stuck in the vortex of poor lighthouse keepers.
It might be drawn to all the lighthouse keepers. So that's our story. That's my story.
Yay!
I stumbled through it.
We did it.
But I did it. UFOs, supermoon. So thank you again for joining us. You can catch us here every Monday where we will continue to talk about true crime, paranormal, metaphysical, new age shit while getting high. Because it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you get like too high and then you like stumble over your words.
No,
I know.
Like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Or, when we start going on little rants.
I have
Yeah, all the rants. We were about to go on a rant.
I was about to go on a rant, and then I realized that you just said don't go on rants. Okay, back to what we were doing.
So we have an Instagram. It's called The Spooky Stonerzzz Podcast, and that's Stoners with 3 Z's. If you would like to contact us about your personal true crime or paranormal story, or if there's a subject that you would like for us to cover, you can email us at thespookystonerzzpodcast@gmail.com. Again, then that is Stoners with 3 Z's. And that's one of our things that we would love to do. We would love to do a listeners episode. Oh my gosh, that was really rough.
Oh, we scared the cat. We laughed so loud.
Yes, we'd love to do a listeners episode. But the thing is, we need more than 4 listeners to email us. So that's a lot of pressure on our 4 listeners. So we'd love to get listeners so that we can do stories, because those are the ones that get really creepy. It's the ones that we didn't investigate. Yeah. And then we're just like, and she looked in the window, and we're like, oh my gosh. So we want to hear your stories.
You can't read these emails at night. No. Okay, good. Just so we're clear. You just send me the ones that look really scary, and I'll read them.
We'll just do a little podcast thing.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll do it.
It's fine.
It's me, Mario. It's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we will see y'all next Monday. And in the meantime, smoke on, Spooky Stonerzzz.
Woo!